All right, we're just getting set up here for our second match of the season against Farmingdale State Rams. Much like us, from what we know of Farmingdale, their team is in kind of a similar position as us here at Capital Tech, where they have a huge variety of different rankings among their team, which is sure to place some interesting challenges on both teams here as they kind of figure out um, which positions of each team they can try to exploit and try to uh, really tackle that difference in experience. I'm sure that for both teams, uh, they'll be different skill levels in different ways, and that's going to play a huge factor in today's match. Today we'll primarily be taking a look through the lens of our main tank Rex here, playing as Reinhardt currently. I believe next to Winston, Reinhardt is one of Rex's most played characters, so looking to see very strong and aggressive movement from our main tank here. They seem to have used Portal, which Rex is breaking, and I believe he's the only one really pushed up currently, as Farmingdale has made their stance on the point. A lot of steady back and forth here. No decisive moves seem to have been made so far on this battle. However, Farmingdale is racking up percentage on the point. Oh, we have an interesting stun there, but Rex was taken out. It seems as that was kind of the opening to a lot of members on each team falling. However, it seems both have taken a step back to regroup, which is definitely understandable on the Chargers' side. However, has left them at a bit of a time advantage. We are always going to be pushing to win a fight, to try to not only secure some points of our own, but to keep Farmingdale from locking us out here. Let's take a look back at Rex. Seems to be waiting for the rest of the team, and as the team arrives, we're pushing forward. Teleported there and back. But it looks like our resident Reaper, Devor, took care of it while he was back there. Farmingdale has a very solid defense here, staying strongly grouped up together, and has closed out the first round for us. Rex's E ability, I believe, was eaten up by a Diva Shield. We are pushing in here. Rex taking charge, trying to block out as much as he can. But those few moments with his shield down not only led to the death of himself, but it looks as if the rest of the team began to crumble as our very sneaky Reaper player here attempted to do a cap, but was eventually spotted by the rest of the team. And we can switch back to Rex here. Seeing some very solid back and forth here. And that Diva seems to have a real knack for eating projectiles just as they start coming out. We seem to be waiting to group up as Rex returns. Very solid attempt at a push here, but Farmingdale, once again, as soon as our tanks begin to crack, they take full advantage of it and push forward. Rex with the switch to Wrecking Ball here. Interested to see what the move here is. I'm sure he intends to at some point grapple onto point and swing around it. But right now it just seems to be kind of scouting around, getting some hits here and there, causing a little bit of a distraction as the rest of his team pushes from that side. And we already have a contest coming in from Farmingdale on this attempt to recapture point. But it looks like with that we have lost the second round and the first game of this match. A lot of patience, I believe, that we saw with Farmingdale here. Really waiting to capitalize on the holes observed on the Charger side. We have a side switch here. And as I was saying, as soon as they saw that hole in the defense, they would crack down immediately and push as hard as they could against the Chargers. Looks as if we're doing a little bit of pre-game prep here. once again, we'll be primarily using the perspective of Rex. I believe we have a bit of special strategy for this map that our team likes to use. Not exactly, I believe, orthodox, but has proven to be fairly successful for them so far. Looks like the Rams are doing a fairly good job of holding a defense. But with that hook coming out from our Roadhog, it's really disrupted their defense, and seems like we're getting some solid trades at least. Ooh, and it seems from our kill feed here that the Widowmaker on the Rams team is putting in substantial work, and they have slowed our progress to a crawl. Rex doing what he can to fend off until the rest of the team arrives, however, not quite quick enough. Let's see how our Roadhog tries to hook in and pick off some of these attackers. Aha! And with Widowmaker down and Rex back on point, we may be able to make some movement yet. Rex may be looking for a shatter up here for the rest of the team. Really a solid attack here. We see the shatter and the charge on the Zenyatta as Rex gets lifted up by the enemy Sigma. And with Rex down, the rest of the team seems to have crumbled. I believe we lost our Roadhog first, and that's where our trouble began. And we are really reset back to this overlook bridge area. Very close hook there. But we see a pick on the Hanzo there. However, once again, that Widow is putting in a lot of work on our team. And we saw an attempt there to capitalize on that. However, Rex coming back to ball, focusing more on distraction and disruption rather than holding the line. Which may be exactly what we're looking for to really get these defenders out of the trenches over that that bridge that they've been holding up, and it seems to be at least effective at spreading them out and separating them. Really, it's just a case of capitalizing on them being out here in the open without exposing oneself too much in the process. But with that, we have managed to get the cart just under 56 meters. So for those unfamiliar, the Rams only need to reach a distance surpassing that of the Chargers to earn this point in the round. We see Rex staying on Wrecking Ball here. Looking to pull off some sneaky maneuvers, perhaps? And it looks like we have our resident tracer over there on the opposite side. We see a Bastion on the cart, which personally I haven't seen in years. Um, but we see Rex is focusing on that Widowmaker, knowing that it can do a lot of damage to our team. But this focus is quite precarious as the Rams are already extremely close to reaching the same distance that CapTech had. Really, at this point, if the Rams manage to clear the Chargers and make them walk back from spawn, just like that, the point is theirs. As this is a best of 5, this could be winning point next match from the Rams, but we are heading to Kings Row, which has a lot of opportunities to not only slow down your enemies quite a bit if on the defense, but also a lot of interesting locations to try to take advantage on the attack. We'll see how the Chargers tackle that, as this round currently is the difference between the match and having a shot. Looks like we're doing a little bit of setup to fix here. And we've returned to a more familiar team composition from what we can see here. With a standout being Panda on Hanzo, I do not believe I have personally ever seen this pick from Panda, but I have faith that whatever we have in mind with that archer, Panda will be able to execute. Rex taking a knee to hide behind this trolley here. Immediately after a little bit of harassment, running back to get a more defensible position. Their tracer pulling quite a bit of attention from our team as the rest of the Rams push forward. Yes, we spend so much time focusing on that tracer that the rest of the team has walked into point. And seems to be effectively pushing the Chargers off the card altogether, which will definitely lead to a reset. We see A very bold charge out of Rex there, pinning the Dio and killing, but then being surrounded by the enemy team. We see now that Hanzo here is holding the line as the rest of the team comes up, being harassed by an enemy Hanzo. Rex with the Shatter up, going to be very important to try to find an opportunity to utilize that just right. And Hanzo providing good vision on the enemy team. Here comes the Shatter. Already have a double, then seems to be hunting down and got the Lucio. Continuing the hunt. Rex is out for blood. And does not want to see that Tracer get out okay. Oh, we see an ultimate from the enemy Hanzo along with a Diva ultimate. Has cracked our main tank of Rex. We are still trying to hold as best we can. However, the Rams are just inches away from that checkpoint, extending the time limit, and really pushing back the team into a little bit more of a difficult spot. We seem to be gathering up for another assault. Rams really just moving forward. Very little to be able to halt their progress. I believe that is another team wipe as the Rams walk it in. Now to beat the Rams here, not only do we have to reach point with the cart, we have to beat it within the time that they used to reach cart. We see Rex switch to Winston here, which I expect to be very disruptive and very aggressive. This is one of Rex's favorite champions to play. Interested to see how the team forms around that and how the Rams respond. Oh, the quick switch to Wrecking Ball. Perhaps Rex was standing up there with Winston to try to give a bit of false information. Interesting use of teleporter with the Bastion up there. Rex goes in for a flank. likely to try to distract the enemy as the rest of the team pushes forward. Looks like the Chargers are having a real struggle to get through that door. That likely has something to do with the fact that Bastion is once again positioned on top of the statue there. Interesting to see Bastion play. I feel like as if he's fallen out of favor quite a bit. We see a drop on the point. Rex manages to do a little bit of damage to most of the team, cleaning up some of their defenses. And sees the teleport coming and makes sure that the team capitalizes on that, taking out the Bastion almost immediately. We see some patience waiting for that ult to come out, and then we move to disrupting the points that the enemy team has put out to try to keep this offensive up as long as they can. Rex really focusing on pushing the enemy team away from the cart at all costs so that the Chargers can have an uncontested run. However, it looks as if the Lucio and the Sigma have slipped past to try to stall. But it does seem that the Chargers have gotten onto cart and are working on pushing their way to try to reach the end goal, hopefully at a faster pace than the Rams. And it looks as if Rex is trying to make sure we take up a lot of that time by once again pushing the Rams as far back as he can. Definitely keeping an eye out for that Widow here. We continue to see Bastion here, as it looks as if both a Reinhardt and a soldier may have also been stationed up there. The Widow is down, which is definitely a great thing for the champions that we have that may have a little bit less health than our main tanks. Rex trying to pick off the squishier members of the Rams and tries to disrupt a Reinhardt charge, which seems to have worked wonders, and goes directly into enemy lines, looking to try to possibly shove some of the Rams back into a fall point there. Chargers' offense so far has been quite spectacular, but with very little room for them to really separate the team anymore. We may see the Chargers struggle to get the same picks and the same advantage that they've had so far this round. We see Rex has returned and is slept, unfortunately, and taking massive damage here, as it does seem that the Rams have caught on that Rex is doing a lot of damage, not only directly, but to just the grouping up of the team. See an opposing Wrecking Ball, as it seems that they are taking a similar approach of trying to disrupt the Chargers as much as possible, which has currently led them to not have anyone on cart with very little that would be contesting it until now. Not being able to get the D.Va in time, but it does look like the Rams are doing quite a bit of work in keeping the Chargers away from the cart. As we see here, their Wrecking Ball has pushed the Chargers all the way to spawn, while the Wrecking Ball of our own seems to be trying to take up a flank position, possibly waiting for the Rams to overextend themselves to try to win a fight. Rex is spotted by the enemy Wrecking Ball. And if the Chargers were in fact waiting to bait out the enemy, it does seem that they have been very patient. But with that in mind, the Rams know that they have time on their side. They don't have to take fights unless it means the cart's being pushed. It seems that once again the Chargers team has been split up and picked off. But will Rex be able to make it out of this without being sent to spawn? It's looking close. He makes it back to spawn to get some healing. But the Chargers do not have a lot of time to capitalize and try to snag this round from the Rams. Interesting combination of distance and speed here that's really allowing our Wrecking Ball to get back to spawn very quickly to get heals and stay mobile. Rex really trying to upset the enemy Widowmaker. It seems that they have nanoed the Widowmaker, knowing that their Widowmaker is a very important member of their team. We are at overtime, and it looks as if both of our tanks are down, and that will be the match. Excellent play from both teams here. Rams have really took the lead on trying to pinpoint what are the holes in the Chargers team composition, and making sure that as soon as that hole has been poked, that the rest of the team follows. But the Chargers did an excellent job of trying to adapt to the enemy composition. However, it seems as if that the Rams were just a little bit too on top of it to really make much of a difference in that match. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to our second match of Overwatch. Always a pleasure to host these competitions, and I hope we have more opportunities to stream in the future as we get more teams involved on Captech campus. This is Jack Harrison, the Assistant Director of Esports here at Capital Technology University. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.